Hey guys, this is Panji and welcome back to The Division 2. We're gonna play Hunk from Resident Evil 2 after our last stream where we did the fourth survivor. I guess Hunk deserves to take a break. No, that was a stressful play and it's one of the really difficult side games of Resident Evil 2. Actually, of Resident Evil overall. That was a real pressure game right there. So yeah. Let's just have a chillax play with the Division 2. And yeah, let's begin. Oh, before we start, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and I hope you like the videos there. So yeah, let's begin. What? Sorry? What? Ah, sorry. Not so evil. Mm.
Agent, Pilot Torres is cleared for transport to Kenley College.
Entering safe area.
Hmm. Let's go here. Oh. If the lag is not bad,
Black
we
Tusk
can
has already
tolerate
established a foothold
challenging,
here.
at least.
Dislodging them isn't going to be easy.
Hold on a minute. Okay. Ow. What?
Serious trauma detected. Agent vital signs 0.
Okay.
Assistance needed. System malfunctioning.
Going to get the mini tank back online.
System reactivated.
Hostile on their
Oh.
System curtailed. System back online. Local area network detected.
Check any terminals or laptops you find. The more intel we collect on Black Tusk, the better we'll be able to counter them.
System disrupted.
man down.
System reactivated. Asymmetric encryption protocol detected. Installing backdoor.
I hope this encryption is to protect something juicy.
Here it is.
Okay.
75% complete.
Copy.
Connection
I'm on it.
remotely terminated.
Shit, they cut off the terminal.
Behind the shield.
Hmm. I thought it was someone else. It's just Ina messaging. You're here. You don't need to like
But we
message.
are only now beginning to uncover some of their secrets. Third rock of the universe. Our home may not be the center of our universe, but so far it is the only planet that can support life as we know it. In the vast reaches of space, it's irrational to think that our little planet is the only place where life.
Serious traumas detected.
Like many of the elements found on Earth, hell is conceit of a supernova. While no other planet in our solar system sustains life, it's possible that the building blocks that allow organisms to evolve from single-cell amoebas to complex living beings like you and me started as nothing more than the ash of a dying star light years away.
Hey, Plastic Man. Oh, it explodes. That's why you. died earlier. Yeah, some of them explode. Some Black Tusk mercenaries put traps on their machines, on their drones. That's why I die due to the explosion. But the shield that I'm using, actually, it's not for protection. It's actually for increasing damage. That's why I die easily. That's why this is a glass cannon kind of build. Oh,
Now beginning to uncover some of their secrets.
I didn't know you were watching
Of our universe.
all this time, man.
So far, it is the only planet
I guess semi-lurking?
in the vast reaches of space.
Come on.
It's irrational.
You know what? Let's just go down.
Is the only place we know that Mars once had vast
I see you.
oceans, that many of the elements found on Earth could only be created of a supernova, while no other planet of our solar system sustains life.
Gotta kill you first. There you go.
The complex living like you and me started with nothing more than the ash of a dying star light years away.
Yep, was fixing Genshin because I still need to do dailies. Wait, what time does the Genshin clock reset? What time do they usually reset? Like, for example, Metal Gear Survive resets every 4 p.m. at our time. It resets at 4 a.m. at our time? Damn. So you're catching up on the dailies before it hits 4 a.m. I guess you're not available in the morning. You can only do it at night. Come on.
The surface of Mars was once home to flowing water, as evidenced by these images. At one point,
Ooh! Forgot to put up a shield.
years ago, up to 1,000
There's the damage that I want. They need to be stacked together.
sent back evidence of more recent water flows as well, ranging from gullies and dried river systems to what appear to be ancient lakes.
Station ready.
There are also minerals present on the surface of Mars that could only have been formed in a liquid water environment. Found on Mars largely ice at the Martian North Pole, although
This.
small quantities of
Well, it depends if I have to cancel students afternoon or at night. If not, everything done in the morning. Alright. So I guess you're finishing all your online errands. Then you go Genshin. By the way, the reason I'm rushing with this character because this character's
Detected.
damage stack resets if I don't kill fast enough. And I prefer all my enemies in front of my shield. If you played Umbrella Corps... No, oh no! No! If you...
Immediate medical assistance
Where
needed.
did the fire come from? If you played Umbrella Corps with the melee pickaxe, there's a ray, an orange ray. Functions like this, it's like a kill zone for my shield.
Vital signs. 0.
So I need almost all of my enemies in front of my shield.
Promising.
Otherwise, I don't get the bonus damage, and which is annoying. It's annoying if I die because the counter resets. I have to build up my damage again. Come on, where are you?
Over here.
Come on. I think they nerfed Memento. It's not as strong as it used to be. Where do I go next, though? Oh, keep network signal.
Guess we keep looking.
Ooh, that's a lot. Give me power.
One is dead.
Secure the final hall. Maybe you'll find a terminal there.
Oh no! Thanks for the clip, man. Probably watch that later. Oh man.
Finish mopping
Taking a
up these
clip of my
assholes and
death.
see what we can find.
That's a big L. Okay. Keep the momentum going.
Taking our unit. They're coming around.
22, not good enough. 25, not good enough. Stun. Die, quick. What? There we go. Where's the operator? $634, $636. Behind me. Get this.
Probably bricked, but check out the
It's
server just to be sure.
41. Not as fast as I wanted it to be. Oh well.
Reformat
Ooh,
cancelled.
nice.
Attack data 0.7%.
I'll send the data you were able to recover to our tech guys just in case. The museum is secure. Well done. Here's hoping we get some value from the data you transmitted.
Ow. I did not expect my phalanx to be there. Oh, sorry, that's a melinx. That's black. That's a melinx. Up. I could probably watch something while streaming.
True Sun's
Right.
munitions factory is out of action and they lost a big stockpile of ordnance. Throw in the fact that the settlements can scavenge those workbenches and tools, and I'd say it's been a pretty good day. You'll need to eliminate the Black Tusk. Once you secure this site, I'll send a team to retrieve the supplies. Got an alert from one of the scouts. They reported the Black Tusk are scavenging supplies from the National Zoo. We need to stop them from taking those supplies.
I have them. Here they are.
Alpha team, stop fucking around and take them out. Can't let them
Okay.
to get the promotion.
Promotion? There's something's off. Like this.
I don't like it when they surround me. It takes away prioritization. That's why I don't like these quadrupeds. They disrupt target prioritization. Come on. You know, I forgot to ask Deebs and Stagnant if their file from Valheim will carry over once the full game comes out, or do they have to repeat it from the start? I hope not. They spent too much time on that. Nice.
Understood.
Alpha team thinks they're hot shit. But I'll feed their corpses to them fishes.
Can we cut the chatter? Some of us are professionals.
I'll show you, professional.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
System curtailed.
How did they get that set up? Be careful, Agent.
Enemy sighted! Here we go.
System malfunctioning. System reactivated.
Don't let him get away. I want that promotion.
God, they keep running for cover. That's why I can't chase them. Stop running.
System curtailed. System restored.
Down. Target's right there. Shit. Hostile civilian target.
Well, that's just perfect. Guess the Black Tusk isn't too happy that we've been taking out members of the BTSU. I'm sorry, Agent, but it appears you've landed in the middle of a recruiting event. On the bright side, you're proving the Black Tusk doesn't hold a candle to the division. Go show them what good communication and teamwork can accomplish.
What?
System malfunctioning.
Didn't I adjust this to challenging?
System reactivated.
Oh well.
System curtailed. System back online. System malfunctioning. System reactivated.
Check the control room behind the aviary. The Black Tusk would work smarter, not harder, and use the existing infrastructure. Hopefully, you can bypass their security systems from there.
You see this?
Shit! Got a man down!
I knew those fucking furries in the savannah weren't shit. Beta team, let's prove we're ready to be in a special unit.
Stay low!
Laptop detected.
Try to access their security system with that laptop and see if you can open the gate.
Access granted.
That should do it. Head down to the bamboo forest agent. This is probably a trap, but you're ready for it.
No. Hmm? Oh, it's lagging now. Now it's lagging.
Stupid fucks are coming out of the control room. Get in position. We got them right where we want them. We can still do this. Gamma team, don't back down.
Contact the shield. Man down, right here.
They're being pretty reckless trying to beat each other for that promotion. Yeah, you might be able to take advantage of that.
Dead asshole. I'm there. Don't let him pin you down. Got my target.
If you want to close the lights, close them.
That agent is mine. Got the range.
Hey Pac-Man, damn, that serious gamer face. I love it. No, I'm actually just trying to finish this quick. Oh, I got distracted. I actually forgot to set this mission on a higher difficulty. I'm supposed to set it either between challenging or heroic, but I accidentally started this. I started this game, I think, on normal. That's why I'm trying to finish this fast so I can move on to the next stronghold. Because I'm actually done with the first target for season 1, and now I'm clearing out them. That's what got me. I'm clearing out the Black Tusk invasions. So yeah, I should clear my face. I did not mean to do that face. This isn't even serious yet, and I'm actually fighting lags. There you go. Nah, it's a nice face. It's a scary face. It's actually the face I did when I did the fourth survivor mission. That's probably the face I'm gonna use when I play Resident Evil 8. Oh man, like focused. Yeah, because the build I'm using for the Division 2 requires that I kill enemies as fast as possible on close range. In range with this seedy orange aura emanating from the shield. That's the effective range to increase lead damage. There you go. Killed all of them. That's the effective range to increase the damage, and if I don't kill fast enough, the damage gauge, the counter, it's gonna reset, and I have to build my damage all over again. So this build is kind of like kill fast or die fast. That's why it's so difficult. And we're gonna return to Washington D.C. Yeah. I'm actually running one last stronghold for the Division 2, and let's see a tidal basin. So this is always the last. This is the always the last outpost for invasion missions for the Division 2. And after doing the fourth survivor last time, I was using Hunk during the fourth survivor mission for Resident Evil 2, because that's the bonus mission you get for finishing the whole game, both Leon and Claire, for Resident Evil 2, the PlayStation 1 version. Then Resident Evil 2 Remake did that as well. They made the fourth survivor available again once you finish both Leon and Claire. But that's the most difficult game or mode in Resident Evil 2 for both the remake and the original. Because I'm supposed to clear out the whole, well, 2/3 of the game, of the facilities, with limited ammo, limited health, and no pickups. So I stressed myself so much last time. That was yesterday, and I actually uploaded it in my YouTube. You can review it. I also have it here on Twitch, but it's a long version. And after going through that, I'm actually this is actually relaxed at this state. Yesterday was toxic. So yeah, okay, this time I'm going to adjust the difficulty. I'm gonna up it to maybe second to the most difficult. If legendary is available, that's gonna be the third most difficult. So yeah, let's do this. And I saw you do all your time trials. I don't know, I think you're doing well. Cause here's the thing though. When it comes to racing, I think the
Guarding location.
humans are still more challenging than your time trial dev times. Really? Cause I don't know, dev trials were designed to be beaten eventually. The thing about that is a human can beat it, so... Oh. Next invasion is tomorrow? Oh, no, wait, that's Tuesday for us. So yeah, dev times are easy. Well, I don't know. Well, if you feel you still need improvement, then okay, but you know, nothing like a good practice time to hone your skills. But I think you can manage well. You're still part of the top 1%, I think. Because I'm the bottom 99. If you know how the mechanics work, you can beat CTR. True enough. And with practice. Which I don't have. As you can see, I'm playing all sort of games. I mean, if you look at the games list I have for the PlayStation, let's just PlayStation 4. I don't have the list from PlayStation 1 and above. I played a lot of games. So, yeah. I accept that I would suck in CDR because I didn't dedicate time at all in terms of competitive levels. I suck at CDR. But you, trust me, you kind of impressed both of us. Me and my partner. It's actually kind of cool. But I actually didn't realize that some places are clippable, or some places can be skipped over. Because when I tried to do the shortcuts back in the PS1, the cars were not as fast enough. It looks like the nitro-fueled component of the remake kind of helped out on the speed. It's faster than what I remember. Oh ho 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 ho! I'm gonna die. Damn it! I didn't kill them fast enough. Okay,
Agent vital signs.
I lost focus. You're talking to a guy who didn't play any game for 2 weeks almost, and then came back to CTR to get better. Well, you have priorities in real life, so no one's gonna blame you for that. Technically speaking, if someone is better than you, but doesn't focus so much on their real life, it's gonna be their loss eventually. Don't feel too bad about yourself for prioritizing, what you can actually see, touch, hear, feel, and what sense would I taste? Anyway, long story short, I guess no one can blame you for skipping out on some practice time, because real life still matters. Oh damn! I'm losing focus here. Oh, come on! To gain armor, I need to kill fast. There we go. There it is. There's the kill I'm looking for. One more. Really? Oh, the lag is killing me. Hey, Tulip! Oh, you're watching! I didn't know. I don't feel bad, I just say that my times can be improved and eventually... Oh no. Well, you know what? I'm gonna clear this first before I read that. Where's the last one? Oh, I hate... Thanks for standing in front. Move. I feel bad. I don't feel bad. I just say that my times can be improved and eventually I have to get better so I can improve them. I bet you can. You're more dedicated than most. I do think you can. I trust it that you're gonna do it.
Source detected.
That sounds promising.
Because a lot of people out there, talented but unhoned, eventually they're gonna get rusty. But you keep improving, so eventually you're gonna get there. Even if you think you didn't, the consolation of even trying matters a lot. How am I? Let me see. Technically tomorrow it's my fiance's birthday, but we celebrated it today, so relatives from both sides, we ate together, but we took care well enough not to to make sure not to spread some infection, if you know what I mean. And let me see. Yesterday I stressed myself with the fourth survivor. I only finished it once for the PlayStation 1, then once for the PlayStation 4, and I'm not gonna do it again. I kind of posted on some Discord links, and I posted it on my YouTube, which... Oh, everyone's saying happy birthday, Ina! She's okay. She's kind of sleepy now. They're saying happy birthday. I told them. Oh yes, the game you were talking about in Deviation Stream Night. I suggest you watch it to see how stressful it is, because I also posted it on Facebook. My page, my personal page. Everyone was commenting it was so intense. Happy birthday and good night, Ina from Peck. He's the Greek player, the CTR player. Peck says happy birthday and good night. He's the one playing Crash Team Racing. So yeah, you made my night. Yeah, I better check that out then. Because the background for the fourth survivor is... In Resident Evil 2, there are 3 known survivors. It's Leon, Claire, and Sherry Birkin. Play again soon, good night, says Tulip. So they do want you to play Home Sweet Home. Yeah. She's sleepy. Yes, please. So, she'll try tomorrow. She says she'll try tomorrow. She'll try tomorrow. We'll see. Maybe earlier she can start. So she can also end early. So yeah. Where was I? Let me see. For Resident Evil 2, what was I talking about again?
What's the status on those helos?
Gonna be a few more minutes. We're
Teleport.
working on
Oh, okay. This is the part where it's...
Find a way to keep those helicopters grounded.
Okay, gotta make the helicopter explode here. So yeah, Ina's gonna play Home Sweet Home tomorrow. And we're gonna see her scream again. We'll see. Then again, tomorrow's her birthday. Okay, she'll play on her birthday. Oh, I'm gonna die. I am gonna die. Lost focus. Ina the Horror Queen. What do you know? Ina the Horror Queen. She's not scaredy cat. She says she's a scaredy cat. I actually, you know what? The 3 games that I know are scary is this one, Amnesia, and Outlast. Although Outlast doesn't deal with the supernatural, still kind of scary. So we'll see if we can convince her. But then again, we are running on a budget. We're actually prioritizing the list of games that are coming out. Again, there are 5 Outriders releases on PS1. Sorry, Outrider releases on PS4 on April 1. Sorry. Republic Commando will be out on April 6. Resident Evil 8 May 7, right? Then Diablo 2 and God of War 5. We don't know when they're gonna release. And then make her play Blair Witch if you can. Oh, I know that game. Although I'm gonna try to check the reviews and the reactions of both the professional reviewing community and the YouTubers, because I think some of them said that Blair Witch is a bit what do you call this? It's unrefined. We'll review that. I'll take a look at it again. But okay, we'll see about Blair Witch. I saw other people playing it. Yeah. We'll check it out. One of my friends played it recently and it's okay. Did your friend finish it? That's 2 down. Then I guess there's 1 more. Oh, there you go. Oh, okay. So I'll check to see if Blair Witch is can be if I can obtain Blair Witch and we can play. And we'll see if it fits the budget. I remember now where I stopped about Resident Evil 2. I rated it 7.5 out of 10. He rated 7 out of 10. Okay, so we'll probably play that soon. Although, when it comes to the budget though, it's gonna be a bit lower. Anything from requests from the other viewers or audiences, we're gonna put it a bit maybe number 6, because numbers 1 to 5 are the upcoming games. So horror games like Blair Witch, we're gonna put that on the budget list. Although it's gonna, I'll be honest, it may be a bit lower for now. Then again, she hasn't finished it. She hasn't finished Home Sweet Home yet, so that gives us time, you know. I keep straying. What was I talking about again? RE2, yeah, right. So RE2, so there are actually three survivors. It's Leon, Claire, and Sherry Birkin. The bonus game for the PlayStation 1 of the Resident Evil 2, the fourth survivor, shows Hunk, an Umbrella operative who survived and was able to take the G virus. So Hunk is likely equivalent of Boba Fett for the Star Wars franchise. Boba Fett was shown very, very briefly, but was one of the most beloved characters from the original trilogy. Same with Hunk. His appearance was extremely brief and short, but he's I think the most badass character in the Resident Evil franchise. Even more badass than Chris the Boulder Puncher Redfield. There were so many bullets. Okay, but still, of course, we do value your opinions, and we do take that into consideration because, you know, if it's fun and you're having fun and watching us having fun, then everyone wins. Although, to be fair, I've had my fair share of bad games here on the PlayStation 4. Do not play Werewolf the Apocalypse Earthblood video game. That came out in February. Do not play it. Why are there so many? I gotta target that, but this... There you go. The quadruped's down. You gotta shoot this quick. Really? There you go. What? Where did you They came from nowhere. Everyone came from nowhere. That's bad. Wasn't planning. I'm glad you're not. Because Werewolf the Apocalypse Earthblood is actually a tabletop RPG. It's a very old one. And the developers kind of took that concept from the tabletop, put it on a video game. So I was playing the video game. The actual tabletop RPG players came in and watched it. We were conversing, and we came to the conclusion, if I was a novice, if I was a newbie, and my friend was a tabletop RPG fan, I'm pretty sure that tabletop RPG fan would not want to introduce me to the lore of Werewolf, starting with the video game. Because it's not like The Witcher. Because The Witcher started out as novels, then eventually became a video game, right? It started with Witcher 1, 2, then eventually the most famous of them all was the video game Witcher 3. But even if I wanted to be engrossed in the lore of The Witcher, regardless of which, if you give me a novel, if you give me a video game, or Henry Cavill's TV series, all their renditions are amazing. They would all capture your attention, and then you'll be invested in the lore. Werewolf the Apocalypse Earthblood is the exact opposite of that. You want your friend to experience the tabletop and never the video game. In fact, they were hoping that that video game wasn't made, because there are some who are so loyal to the tabletop RPG that they were convincing themselves that the video game is amazing. But most of them would say otherwise. The tabletop RPG players I talked to, they were kind of disappointed as well. I'm planning to play Resident Evil Code Veronica though, but I don't know when and if people are interested in watching me play it. They will. Here's the reason though. It's a Resident Evil game. You can't go wrong with that. And it was a great game during its time. Resident Evil Code Veronica was a how do you say this? It's the first attempt they did at converting Resident Evil from a fixed camera angle with pre-designed backgrounds to a completely 3D fixed camera angle game. And the story actually connects both well, no, it connects all the REs together regarding the creation of the virus and everything. The source of the training centers, everything. So it was kind of nice. What when you play Code Veronica, the audience that you would mostly attract are the veterans, because they're the ones who experienced Code Veronica in its fullest when it was out. And let me see. Here it is. The problem with Code Veronica is you may not draw the new audiences in because of the graphics, the control. The control, and of course, the more popular games out there would be the new Resident Evil ones. The 2, 3, 7. Some of them are skimming through 4, 5. Others are actually crawling through 1. So mostly you would invite more veterans to watch you than the actual new players. They might not understand it. So it's like a prequel. It is not. It came after... Let me see. So, the order of the games that came out, Resident Evil 1 came out first, then 2, then 3. However, when Code Veronica was released post-millennium, post-2000, the game came in between 2 and 3. Because the hero of the story is Claire, who just recently escaped Raccoon City from Resident Evil 2. Then Chris was absent during 2 and 3 because they were kind of acting out on different areas, missions, and timelines. But eventually they met up in Code Veronica. So it's... Oh, it's not a spoiler, don't worry. That's the general premise of Code Veronica when they introduced it to the public. It's Claire and Chris, their escapade in between Resident Evil 2 and 3. Because I didn't tell you anything what happened during Code Veronica. That was all pre. That was all pre-Code Veronica. There are characters. There's so many characters there. The explanation why it's called Code Veronica in the first place. Don't worry. That's a heck lot of content in that game. The content is expansive, so in fact that you'll play both Claire and Chris. They're the siblings, the Redfield siblings. But be cautious though, because it's not a game that's familiar to most new players. You will attract the veterans, but when someone comes in, maybe a newbie, asks about the Code Veronica game, it really is difficult to explain without playing it beforehand. So you gotta be cautious with that. It's confusing. It's a confusing game in terms of story.
Now locate those antivirals. As soon as you retrieve them,
Oh,
send
there you
them a
go.
flare to signal the support team.
I have to warn people that not necessarily warned.
Cover your ass.
The game is more than... Hold on a minute. It is. It's almost 20 years old. It came out before Resident Evil 4. So, yeah. It's almost 20 years old. Like, tell them no spoilers and beginner player. Yeah, you can... Yeah, you can just type in your title, first playthrough. But the game is very difficult, so if you do draw in veteran players and you do indicate that it's your first playthrough and you don't want spoilers, what they can do though is give you tips, because the game is hard.
Okay, listen up.
It
Plan
uses the old system of item management, scarce resource, and fixed camera angles against a dark setting. So it's difficult compared to Resident Evil 1, 2, 3. It is. It's difficult. You like hard games. Yeah, that's hard. Especially if you don't know if you didn't expect anything, like if you didn't plan on ahead, it's gonna be difficult. What system are you gonna play it on, though? Switch? Or the PC? Because PC, okay, that's good. It is available. Because there's a difference between the game is hard because it is designed that way, or sorry. So the difference between the two hard games. The first hard game is it's hard because it was designed that way. That's the good kind of hard game. The hard game you don't want is it's hard because they accidentally didn't make it that way. Meaning, it's hard for all the different reasons. Like some things were overlooked, some things weren't thought of well. They actually didn't plan it to be that difficult. And for some points in Code Veronica, there's some wherein I think they didn't try to make it that difficult, but I guess with the allotted time they had, maybe they overlooked those kinds of things. You emulated it. Okay, that's good. Because I hope the emulator is good though. Because some of the PS1 games I play with the emulator, they cause some occasional audio synchronization delays or errors. So I hope that doesn't work for you. I mean, that doesn't happen to you. The poor quality stream. I hope everything goes well. And why are you running away? Don't run. Stop! Stop! Oh! Man, the AI can be confusing at times. Where's the EMP? Hurry! There you go.
System disrupted.
I'll go have lunch then. Alright, eat well. Yeah. Go on ahead. Enjoy, man. And thanks for the view, thanks for watching, thanks for sticking around. Okay. Oh. You want me to turn off the lights? You want me to turn off the lights? So you can sleep? Okay, you're still watching. What's that? Shingeki no Kyojin? Oh. Okay, I'm gonna shift the lights so she can sleep. Okay, so I'll just shift the lights when you're gonna sleep. Okay, I think we're good. Yep. So where do we go? Okay, call.
Additional cold storage device detected nearby.
Get that second antiviral cylinder. The support team will secure the first cylinder in the meantime.
Let me see. Hold on a minute. Damn, everyone's on. Stagnant's on. Raffy's on. Where's Steve? I guess he shifted the gameplay so Stagnant can be... Stagnant will have more viewers. Okay. Tulip, what's this game about? The Division is a Tom Clancy game. So, Tom Clancy games want to border on the reality, right? Noted Tom Clancy stories involve that of, for example, there's stories about Jack Ryan. If you know Clear and Present Danger or Patriot games starring Harrison Ford. Or The Hunt for Red October, starring Alec Baldwin and Sean Connery. And Shadow Recruit by Chris Pine. Then there's one by John Krasinski, Jack Ryan TV series. So they're all Tom Clancy involving CIA. Jack Ryan is a what do you call this? He's an analyst, but he goes into so much trouble that he's sort of like turning into a field agent with the amount of bad luck he has. He's like Tintin. It's supposed to be Thompson and Thompson who does the work, but Tintin is the one who's doing the detective work because of how incompetent Thompson and Thompson are. So, yeah, that's one example of a story of Tom Clancy. It's border on the reality, involving government agencies and involves terrorism and, well, government espionage. In this game, Tom Clancy's The Division, which is a new IP. Happy birthday to Ina from Lily! Yay! She says you're welcome. Although I think she's bordering into going to sleep now. But it's okay. She can handle it though. So where was I? The Division 2 is a new IP from Tom Clancy. It involves, well, how many years ago? I think this was 4 years ago when the first game released. It involves a deadly virus like the COVID-19, but it's definitely more virulent. It spreads faster and it's more deadly. Oh wait, I'm lagging. I'm gonna die. Okay. The way the virus spreads is through, what was it? I think either they used mail, and then it just spreads all throughout, and then a lot of people died. The first major city that was attacked with the virus was New York. That's the plot of the Division 1. Because the city was infected and a lot of people died, there was anarchy. There were riots, there were sieges, there were government takeovers, and New York collapsed. However, the president issued the order of SHADE, SHD, to become active. SHD is the Strategic Homeland Division, wherein sleeper agents, for example, a teacher or maybe a lawyer, a janitor, or postman, financier, accountant, everyone. So there are certain people with normal jobs, normal lives, normal families. They pay their taxes, they tutor, they play piano or something.
Copy that. Good work.
But in actuality, these normal people were trained by the government very early on, to become sleeper agents, wherein if a major or global crisis or a what do you call this? A domestic a domestic oblivion crisis occurs, they are activated and they stop becoming
That helicopter took out the
ordinary citizens. They become active division agents, wherein they are actually not normal people but specialized, highly trained
I thought you knew me better than that.
soldiers, ranging from assassins to assault experts to espionage to military engineers, everything. So that's why actually the clothes here in the division are actually that of civilian clothes. It just so happens that I'm using Hunk from Resident Evil 2. I'll show you the outfit once I kill this guy. So I'm actually using Hunk over here, see? That's Hunk from Resident Evil. But technically that's the Division 2. So it's like a cover. It's not a cover. During the Cold War, there were suspicions that they were sleeper agents in the United States, wherein they look like normal people, but when they were activated by the Russian government, back then the Soviet Union, to do their job, they became spies. So they're kind of like If you watch the Bourne Identity, if you watch the Bourne Identity or the Bourne series, right? The assassins there, the assets, they're not technically the typical assassins wherein they're in black outfits. They're actually just normal citizens. But once CIA contacts them, okay, you gotta kill Jason Bourne. They immediately stop what they're doing. Then they become these Terminator-like humans because their only mission is to kill. So here in the division, normal citizens became the normal citizens who were sleeper agents. They became the small force, not more than 100, who go around New York City to recover the government and the order. In order, the insurrections, the riots, they stop. You know, they what do you call this? They try to reclaim New York and turn it back into a civilized city. Leading double lives? Technically, no, because they're sleeper agents. Their status as assassins are actually they're sleeping. It's inactive. They only become agents once a global crisis happens, which is the virus that happened in New York City. Then it transferred to Washington, D.C. That's why the main enemies here were insurgents like the hyenas, their outcasts, the True Sons, for example. So that's in Washington, D.C. Same thing with New York. The problem with the division is that when things are kind of getting better now, when they're recovering the cities, rogue agents or a secret organization, kind of like an anti-division organization, starts popping up and tries to ruin their plans. So they're like trying to take over whatever is left of that city, make it their own. Or they're trying to they think that the division, it has too much power because they're kind of given like the freedom to, or the right to kill. They have the license to kill. So yeah, that's the story of the division. So we are agents, triggered, activated by the government to recover the cities, take back civilization while defending it from rogue organizations and anti-division agents. But so that's the division. So right now, I recovered Washington D.C., saved the president, kinda. Actually, it's kind of complicated. It's actually a like double, triple agent for the president's side, so it's kind of confusing. I'm eliminating rogue agents, and yeah, I'm actually just repeating. I already finished the story. So the Division 2 actually is not more of the story. It's actually more of the gameplay. It's a looter shooter. It's a multiplayer, and although I'm playing solo now, but that's the general gist of the game. If you want a Tom Clancy game with story, my favorite franchise from the Tom Clancy video games, Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell. That's the big three. The big three stealth games are Metal Gear Solid, Siphon Filter, and Splinter Cell, which is actually one of the best gaming franchises Tom Clancy, the Tom Clancy franchise released. Some of their IPs, I think you know, Rainbow Six. That's also a good game. The most recent one is Siege. That's a good multiplayer. That one is about special ops. Mostly the Rainbow Six trying to take on terrorist activities, spoiling their plans, everything. In terms of the novels, I like the Jack Ryan stories. The analyst, the very unlucky analyst. So yeah, Tom Clancy made a universe out of his novels, and eventually video games and TV series. Haven't heard any of them. Um, the movies that I recommend that are Tom Clancy based novels. So the Tom Clancy movies that are good are the first Jack Ryan movie is The Hunt for Red October, that's starring Alec Baldwin. He's Jack Ryan. The second one is Patriot Games. That's Harrison Ford as Jack Ryan, followed by Clear and Present Danger. Then Ben Affleck became Jack Ryan in The Sum of All Fears. Then Chris Pine as a prequel, Jack Ryan Shadow Recruit. Then John Krasinski has the Amazon series Jack Ryan, which is actually my favorite of all the Jack Ryan movies. There's a novel, yeah. Tom Clancy started out as a novelist for all his stories. So it became a novel first, then transitioned to movie, then TV series, then eventually to video games. It's a Tom Clancy universe, much like an MCU, except it involves real life situations. It borders on the reality, and it involves government espionage, more on the US involvement of espionage. Actually, the plot for the Division is actually already going into crazy, extreme action-oriented, stories. Because Tom Clancy's usually espionage, the high IQ kind of novel. Although if you do read the novels now, I think the old technology presented there, it may make you laugh, because it used to be advanced at that period, but now for us now it's like, oh really? Like, you call that advanced? Something like that. Just look up the novels and there's a lot. There's a lot. It's not just Jack Ryan. There is a lot. Oh, I died. I wasn't being careful. It's okay. I think my favorite though is Clear and Present Danger in terms of the films. Ben Affleck's version was also good. It's also good. Sum of All Fears. It's kind of like I think that came first before Hunt for Red October. Yeah, because he was just starting out. He wasn't married yet. Yeah, so I think the correct chronology is Sum of All Fears, then Hunt for Red October, then Patriot Games, then Clear and Present Danger. If you include Chris Pine's Shadow Recruit is the very beginning. But John Krasinski's TV series actually covers everything. Although the story is new, it's not based on the novel strictly. It's in the 1980s, yes. You know why? Tom Clancy's novels were so beloved? Because the main enemy for most of Tom Clancy's novels were the Russians, because they were back then the Soviet Union. They were communist Russia. So during the height of the Cold War, and when Vietnam War was still being debated on, Tom Clancy was already making fictional stories about them. It was intriguing, so it became popular, and then oh, that's amazing. That's why for most of the movies, if you watch them, it involves the Soviet Union. But of course, as decades go on, Tom Clancy had to change his stories. Moved out of the Cold War, eventually became the Middle East, then the Koreans and whatnot. Sometimes involving domestic terrorism here in the US. I'm in Washington DC. So yeah, those are Tom Clancy novels. Tom Clancy franchise actually in particular. I just can't remember if he's the guy who died. I'm not sure if Tom Clancy was the novelist who died already. Because games like this, he didn't make the script or story anymore. It's the franchise was actually bought. Tom Clancy's name became a franchise. that was purchased, and now Ubisoft has the right to make Tom Clancy games.
Got a visual on the enemy.
That's why all the Tom Clancy games were made by Ubisoft. Splinter Cell is Ubisoft, Rainbow Six is Ubisoft, The Division is Ubisoft. Amazon got the TV series, then I'm not sure which movie company got the Jack Ryan rights. I have to check. The thing is, I think if I'm correct, Tom Clancy didn't even go into government or military. He was just that creative. I'm not sure if Tom Clancy was the one who's dead already. I'm not sure. I forgot. But yeah, if you want to watch the Tom Clancy movies, that's the order. So Shadow Recruit, then Sum of All Fears, then Hunt for Red October. Oops, I forgot to. Then Patriot Games, then Clear and Present Danger. 2013. There you go. He died. Yeah. So like this, for example, this game came out maybe 4 or 5 years after Tom Clancy died. He no longer made the story, but his franchise lived on through others' works. Kind of like how Stan Lee died, or he retired a long time ago from creating stories, but you know, the fans who Stan Lee inspired were the ones who made the movies, the new comics, the stories, and eventually it lives on even though he died. Same thing with Tom Clancy. His works live on, even though now he's dead. Tolkien lore. He was an insurance. Yeah, he wasn't into military, into the government, but he was extremely creative, and he made a whole universe out of his creativity. And eventually, here I'm playing one of his works. Well, his spiritual works.
Come to save the day, huh? But you're a real
Like,
goddamn hero.
For example, the plot for Sum of All Fears, one of the starting stories for Jack Ryan, which is actually quite scary. The plot was scary, right? Technically speaking, all the nuclear weapons in the world are accounted for both Soviet, for the United States, even for the Middle East. Like for example, the Iranian nuclear test sites, the creation, right? Or in North Korea, everything is accounted for. Now, the United States was transferring one nuclear weapon, but the plane fell, crashed. So, technically speaking, there are tens of thousands of nuclear weapons all around the world, and one was missing. No one knew where it is. So the CIA has to find out that nuclear weapon, because chances are they're gonna use it against the United States. They had a limited amount of time to chase after it, or else a lot of people are gonna die. One of the analysts who's involved in that is Jack Ryan, who actually he's actually becoming a field agent from what he's doing, which is not the work of an analyst, because in CIA, you have field agents and the analysts, right? The field agents are the ones wherein you watch in the Hollywood movies. Tom Cruise is a field agent. Jason Bourne is a field agent. Who else? Well, James Bond from MI6, he's a field agent. Analysts are the ones who contact him, or contact the field agents on what to do. For example, if you watch Spy, I think that's who was it? McCartney? Someone, or Jeremy Renner from Ghost Protocol. The analysts are the one who are the brains of the operation. They're the ones who feed information, intelligence. intelligence to the field agents. That's why they're called Central Intelligence Agency, right? Because they gotta feed to the agents as live as possible. Jack Ryan's job is not to do field work. It's supposed to be just feed information, but because he's so good at what he's doing, he's actually so involved in the mission, he becomes part of the mission. And it's actually crazy. It's just lucky for Jack Ryan. He's a trained soldier before he became an analyst. So yeah, that's some of all fears. They have to find one nuclear missile that's missing before time runs out and it's used against a country, whether it is in the United States or somewhere, and then blames another country. There could be a war. So all they're doing is preventing war on a global scale, and it's so toxic for Jack Ryan. That's why I kind of like Jack Ryan stories. But if you want a good introduction, and the movies are too the movies may be too dragging, I suggest watching John Krasinski's TV series. He's Jack Ryan. Here you go. So that's how government agencies work in terms of their operations. There's a field agent and there's an analyst.
System reactivated.
Members of James Bond from MI6 like Q, M. Well, M's the leader, but Q, he's the quartermaster. Well, in some parts they're kind of like analysts, but you know, the true information, the one given live, that's the true as yeah. Okay, they're not analysts. They're kind of like they have other specialized jobs, but you know, you get the point. The analysts. I'm gonna look it up now.
Since I could say that about anyone.
Have you ever thought of creating your own universe? I'm sorry, I do not have that creativity. I am actually sad I do not have the talent, the capacity to make a great universe. I don't know where to start. I don't know. Why do you? I actually like what Professor X said
Day, huh? You're a real
during one of
goddamn
the
hero.
origin stories of the X-Men.
Enough
The
small talk.
gift that he has, the telepathy, how sometimes it can be a curse. Like, he has a lot of books in his library. There's Wyvern. He's not taking damage yet. We gotta cover. But we gotta use this first. You see, Professor X has a lot of books, right? But when the X-Men came in, when he was talking to them, he said, I love to read a lot of books,
Rocket launch backup power.
but my favorite books are the ones stored in people's minds. Because the most important stories that I've ever read were in the minds of people that didn't even come out into writing. The stories that you can only read when you read minds. And it's amazing how many great stories are out there unpublished and never to be seen or read by other people. Yet, this gift allows me to read such incredible stories no one else will ever see. And that's also a curse, because he's the only one who could know it. And he's not even allowed to tell other people. Not because not only is it not his work, but because he's hiding the fact that he's a mutant. The best stories out there are the ones that could never be written by people, either because of regrets or because they simply just weren't able to. Can you imagine how many stories out there that wasn't published or never to be seen by other people? Like, I'm sure maybe Tom Clancy has a lot of stories to tell, but I'm sure half of the time he kinda didn't go through with it. and to think that could have been a great story, and he backed out of it.
Here to see the fireworks? You won't be disappointed.
My enemy here is codenamed Wyvern. Some call it Wyvern. Do you know the difference between a Wyvern or a Wyvern? The difference between a Wyvern and a Dragon.
Right now, repeat. This is not a drill.
Although it's not consistently true for most cases. There's a common distinction between a Wyvern and a Dragon at times. Which is why I love Monster Hunter, because it kinda emphasizes on that. The difference between a Wyvern and Dragon. Even though a Wyvern looks like a dragon, it's still not a Wyvern. Sorry, even if a Wyvern looks like a dragon, it's still not a dragon. It's just a Wyvern. And that's why I always read writers not liking their work. What's the difference? Aside from size, in Monster Hunter, the difference is actually quite nice. You know Smaug from the Desolation of Smaug, or the Hobbit novel by J.R.R. Tolkien, the movie rendition of that. Recall that Smaug had legs, a pair behind, but his arms are fused with the wings, so technically he only has a pair of legs and a pair of wings. That's technically a Wyvern. Two legs, just two legs and wings. That's it. If you watch Dragonheart, starring Dennis Quaid and Sean Connery, Sean Connery's dragon actually has 4 legs. 2 on the front, 2 at the back, and then there's wings in the back, right? So that makes it 6 limbs. A quadruped and a pair of wings. That's a dragon. 6 limbs. The Wyvern only has 4, which is a distinction in Monster Hunter. That's why the Rathalos Wyvern is not a dragon, even though he's draconian. If you notice the Asian dragons, the slim ones, the really long ones, they're still 4-legged. They're still 4-legged, even though they're slim and have small wings. So sometimes they mix the Wyvern and the dragon with the number of limbs that they have, because they're fictional monsters. So technically, there's no rule that should be strictly implemented between the Wyvern and the dragon, because technically they're not real. But if you have to make a distinction between the two, that's a good guide: the size and the number of limbs that they have. If you search for Monster Hunter monsters, if you categorize them between a dragon and a Wyvern, all Wyverns will always have the 4 limbs, while dragons would have 6. Although, in the movie rendition of Peter Jackson's J.R.R. Tolkien's Lord of the Rings, it looks like most of their dragons are just 2-legged creatures with wings. I noticed that. But yeah, I usually use that guide to say if it's a Wyvern or a dragon. Here's a good example. How to train your dragon. The dragons have 4 legs and a wing. Night Fury, the Toothless, 4 legs and a wing.
Enough small talk.
Wings, you know. Notice it? Do you recall? The dragon there that has the dragon that has the 2 legs and 2 wings, the 4-limbed creature, was the one being flown by Astrid. What's the fiery one again? Hold on, I can't pause this. What's... Love? 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 Ina! What do you call the dragon from How to Train Your Dragon? The one that can burn his body?
Vital signs 0.
Monstrous Nightmare? Is that what it's called? Okay, so yeah. So yeah. Thank you. You wanna sleep? Okay, so technically that's the dragon and wyvern. I can't remember Astrid's dragon. What's Astrid's name? Astrid's dragon name. Dragon. What kind of dragon is it? I can't remember. The one with the big jaw. Although technically, the dragon from the novel of How to Train is not actually a Night Fury. That only existed in the movies. It's actually the common forest dragon.
Target locked. Initiating launch sequence.
Jesus Christ.
Everyone, this is
I don't remember all the. I get lucky with the names, and I'm sorry if I'm dying because I'm not really focusing. Peck was here with my serious face, which I'm not doing right now. Because you know, I'm just having fun here. You know, if I die, if I die, I die. You know.
System.
Okay, there you go. Then I move here. Oh, ooh, ooh, ooh.
System back online.
Oh, there, the Natterhead, right? The Natterhead is the other one. The Natter's the one that looks like a chicken. So it's just the 2 legs and the wings. But the other dragons, they're 4-legged.
changing magazine. No sweat. Shit, they got shields.
Here you go.
UAV is up.
Ah. Come on, come on.
Rocket launch activated. Launch sequence initiated.
There you go. The Division. The logo for the Division organization, the Strategic Homeland. I'll show you later. The logo for the Division. Well, we gotta take these missile launchers first.
I'm gonna remember killing you. It's been a while since I could say that about anyone.
Going up, going up. Ah, wyverns. Okay, one more. Come on, chasing. There you go.
Come to save
Okay,
the day,
she's gonna be
goddamn
immortal
hero.
for quite a while, so I might as well wait for the
Enough
rocket.
small talk.
It's less taxing that way. It's a Sunday today, right? Okay. You know, might as well make the most out of the weekend before it's gone again. Oh, wait a minute. Which movie's gonna come out? Guys, if you want a movie to watch, a new movie to watch, it's actually the list is actually coming out now. The movies are coming out. So the first one I recommend. Yeah, man, it's Sunday, Pasek. Yeah, guys, I recommend if you really want a new movie to watch, which is rare nowadays because of the pandemic.
Engaging target.
Remember that Justice League shows in 2 days. The Snyder Cut releases in 2 days. It's a 4-hour movie. They didn't chop it into 4 mini episodes consisting of an hour episode each. It's a whole 4-hour movie. It's gonna be released in maybe March 16. So yeah, I'm actually looking forward to that. Why are there so many enemies? I gotta heal. There you go.
That agent.
The next movie that comes out that I won't really like to watch, Mortal Kombat, that's gonna release on April 16. Watch out for that one. If you missed a movie, there's one that came out in February. That's Willy's Wonderland. That's a B movie starring Nicolas Cage. It's meant to be a bad movie, but the fact that it's meant to be a bad movie is what makes it good. They kind of embrace their ridiculousness. So yeah, watch out for that one.
Starting to piss me off. Quick and painless is no
Oh
longer
gosh.
an option for you.
You know what? Let's just kill this one. Then we'll go to Wyvern. Come on. If you guys want a good movie involving mythology, a good movie. If you guys want a good game involving mythologies, it's a real-time. It's not a real-time strategy. It's kind of a turn-based strategy game. You should really play Heroes 3 of Might and Magic. It's one of the good old games that's, you know, it's really amazing to play. Gosh, dang woman, die. There you go.
Wyvern, what's your status?
Finally, we're done.
Wyvern, come in. Wyvern. Fuck.
The antivirus
You're actually
are secure.
pitting different mythologies
Make sure
against
they get
each
safely
other.
extracted.
There's a Christian mythology. So you're recruiting from soldiers to archangels. You're fighting against
Got enemy helicopters on approach. Should we
like
track 'em down?
hell armies or genies, necropolis, undeads.
Well, that's a bit of luck.
You're actually fighting. You're pitting the archangels against vampires. It's so funny.
Not to mention preventing a rocket attack on the
But it's
base of
nice.
operations. Incredible work, Agent. Truly incredible. But the
Man,
story-
yeah, I should look for that. I think I do have Heroes on Steam. Do I? I'll check it. I'll check it soon. Anyway, that's it. So we're done with the invasion. I guess what the thing we have to do last is... Okay, so we have these... These are... Oh, Neptune's on. Oh, we're gonna fight a... It looks like an old game. It is an old game. But it's one of the best games of... Actually, it's such a good game. It spanned generations. A lot of people are playing it. When was it released? 90s? Maybe early 2000s? Oh, we read you play Patapon. Yep, there's Patapon here on the PlayStation 4. I've got I used to play Patapon on PSP, but the PSP's charging port is broken, so I couldn't play it anymore. I actually wanted to port back my PS3, but the HD port is destroyed. Those big eyeballs. Maybe Ina can play that in alternate with Home Sweet Home. I'll probably install Patapon here. I think there's also a Patapon 2 here, but we haven't downloaded that yet. Actually, it's easier to build an army in Patapon 2, the advanced ones, than the first one. Although they never actually got to see their home their homeland. I think Patapon 3 ended without them getting to their homeland still. Hold on. Yeah, okay. I'll install Patapon maybe tonight so it can be ready tomorrow. Then we'll probably play it in alternation. So we don't want Ina to just play Home Sweet Home because that's just too much of a torture. So I guess she'll play Patapon as well. Although she already finished Patapon actually. And the thing about Patapon is that when you get into a certain difficulty for a monster, it doesn't go back to level 1. It stays on the higher tier. I'm not sure how we can do it if we're just gonna repeat the game again on a different save file, or we can just continue from the where we last ended, because we already finished the game. The campaign is over and we're just repeating missions. So okay, we're gonna download Patapon. I'll take a break for a quick second, maybe less than 3 minutes. I'm just gonna take a quick bathroom break. What's Aha. Okay, you know what? I'll probably add on my list as well. Maybe some of the side games of the other Resident Evil games. Because RE3 doesn't have a side game. Because um the compensation for the lack of side games for Resident Evil 3 was the Resident Evil Resistance game, which actually it had a short life. No one's playing it as much anymore. Resident Evil 2 had a lot of side missions, side games. My favorite was the Fourth Survivor. Then, if I do well enough with Fourth Survivor, I could probably play Tofu Survivor. It is what it sounds like. I'm playing a tofu, trying to get out of trying to get out of Raccoon City, which Dave witnessed. Plastic kind of requested me to show to Dave. Like I'm a giant tofu running through Raccoon City. No, Raccoon Police Department trying to get out. Giant tofu. Maybe I could try that again. I have the Mercenaries from Resident Evil 5. The PS3 had I was able to install Resident Evil 3 on the PlayStation 3, but I need to have my HD port fixed, as well as Operation Raccoon City. That's also in PS3. Hold on, where am I? Oh, we gotta go to the. No. We gotta go to the bounty. Let's go. That's cute. Which is cute. Which is cute.
The target is nearby.
Is he though? Is he nearby? Yeah. Neptune. Oh. Okay, gotta go here. So yeah, we'll probably do that. But right now I'm trying to... Running tofu? Oh, the running tofu! Okay, so we have 3 things to do, maybe 4. So I'm gonna research on Blair Witch game, which Peck suggested. Then I'm gonna reinstall Patapon. Then we'll manage to see if Home Sweet Home can be played tomorrow. But if like maybe you're busy in the morning and in the afternoon and you only have time at night. So if there is still time at night, I'll probably play Tofu. We'll see. We'll see. If the time is constrained and if you're online, maybe I could... Well, really? It looks like Manila? Really? Because of all the trash, right? Well, that's the effect of, you know, insurrections and anarchy, which I'm trying to kill right now. Anarchists. Oh, why are they being led by the outcast group? Okay. Oh, grenade. You missed. This is technically Washington, D.C. if the Capitol riot was successful. Man, that was a crazy president. Look at this. The plot of the Capitol riot back in January 6th wasn't actually far from this one. There's a pandemic, and then there's insurrection, and technically the Capitol riot here is being held hostage. Here. This is the Capitol building. Whoa! We'll try to catch you during your early streams. Okay, but then again, I don't see you and Lily on during the mornings. Because I'm betting you're busy. So I don't blame you if you are. But, you know, there's no pressure actually in... I'm trying to catch up. It's okay. Whatever works, you know. As long as everyone's having fun. Where's that entrance again? Here. Okay, here. And here. But, you know, if you're online, then we'll probably do Tofu Survivor. Because if we've gone through 4th Survivor, I recommend you watch it on my YouTube. It's actually just 13 minutes. Don't watch the full hour 30. It's just 13 minutes of gameplay. I recommend you watch it and then see how difficult it is. Because I tried to finish the game. It took me more than an hour and 30 minutes, but the only time I got it right, I only got it right once. It wasn't perfect, but at least I survived. So out of 1 hour and 30 minutes, the correct gameplay I did was worth only 13 minutes. I showed it on my Facebook page. Everyone was like, "Oh, intense, man." I was messaged that it was intense because you can't pick up items. You have limited amount of ammo. And killing the enemies actually is a bad strategy because you'll lose a lot of ammo. So it's mainly about finishing in the shortest amount of time with the smallest amount of inventory and limited amount of healing. So it was hell. It was hell. Brutal. It was. Actually, you have to watch it too, or if you can play it, go ahead. But at least you can watch it to believe it. Because technically tofu is a harder version of that. So I'll explain tofu rules once you watch the fourth Survivor. Actually, it's nice that it's searchable now in YouTube, because when I started out, it wasn't my name wasn't searchable because I had few videos, but now it is. So you can just type in Panji Nerdmaster Hunk fourth Survivor, and it'll show up. The short version is the one that you want to watch. You can actually watch it now. You have time. Oh, he's here.
Cover me! Using an armor kit!
Oh, come on. Oh, you had more HP than the others.
This is Jupiter. Neptune is officially with us. We're fully operational and ready to move. We do not answer to the JTF or the Division. They've tried to justify their actions and wash the blood off
Yeah,
their
thanks.
hands.
Yeah, if you already subscribed, thanks. And yeah, you're a big help in supporting me with the YouTube thing. Because YouTube's a bit more harsh when it comes to streaming requirements
Looks like you earned
than
yourself another
Twitch.
bounty. Well done.
Oh, okay. Nice. So all the bounties are done. This is clear. Now we go to the control points. We will check later because the stream pauses when I play another vid here on my phone. It's okay. I mean, I'll still be here. You know. I'll still be here. I can usually do more things when I'm at the laptop. I'm actually disappointed they can only do so much with a cell phone. They can't show me multiple Twitch streams so I can support people. Who are online? Rafi's still online, and so is Stagnant. Okay. Look how badass Hunk is. Ooh, my inventory is almost full. And I've got a lot of crates. Maybe I should sell some of them now. Banshee. Sell that. Sell that. Mm-hmm. 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 Yep. Oh, you're new. I don't have you yet. You're gone. Fire start is okay. Sold, sold, sold. Okay. You see, with this game, The Division, it's not just some kind of it's not your ordinary shooter, because it has an RPG element to it. When you do equip items, the items not only just increase your damage or increase your health. It's not as simple as that. There are so many factors here that you can actually mix and match the skills, the armor, the defense, the technique, the class you're making, wherein that you have different ways to play this. So you have different builds. No, I got a better one. Like, for example, I'm using the Lady Death Hunter's Fury Memento Forge build, wherein if I want to win, If I want to survive, I have to kill as many enemies as possible as quickly as I can at an extremely close range. And if I fail to kill enemies at successive times, my damage resets to a lower counter. So I have to build up my damage again. So the more enemies I kill, the more my damage builds up. But once I stop killing for a certain amount of time, it goes back down. So I have to build it again. So I'm like a berserker. Adrenaline rush. I have to kill fast. That's why I keep chasing my enemies, because once I stop killing them, it goes back down. So I gotta like search for everyone. In that way, I don't need to use the cover system anymore. I don't duck anymore. I use my shield, then I go forward, then my area radius where it's glowing orange. If I keep enemies inside that area, my damage also increases. So it's either I die or I have to kill fast in order to survive. So, and in that, yeah, that's my build. There are some who use skills, drones, and turrets. There are some who are tanks. They have very weak damage, but no one can kill them. Right? They're like our guardians when it comes to PvP. I'm using a glass cannon build, which means I kill fast, theoretically, but I also die fast if I don't do well enough. So lag will kill me if I'm not careful. Wait, this is I can probably switch this out for the critical one. No, there's another one. There's a better one. This one. Okay, I can swap that with critical hit chance. But then I have to give up the forge. The question is, do I have a holster that's gonna supplement? Oh no, wait. The question is, do I have the Hunter's Fury? Let's just break everything down. So this is technically a numbers game and a skills game. How do you level them up? I'm actually max level. I'm level 40. But the number you see on my upper right, the 609, that's my like prestige level. So I leveled up 609 times more than the maximum level. The 23 is just a season number, so it doesn't matter. So after you level up, after you max up to level 40, all your items are maxed up to level 40. Then I find an equipment that has the higher value for SMG damage, critical hit chance, damage to armor, right? And then I max them out. Then I mix together the weapons and the armor. That will give me the specific build that I want. For example, this Lady Death only works if I keep moving. If I stop, the damage drops. Each time I fire, the amount of damage I gain because of running, it expends. But an SMG is a very short-range weapon. That's why I use the Hunter's build, because it supplements my SMG. It increases my SMG and shotgun damage, but what it does is this one, the Apex Predator. Within 15 meters, which is the effective range of an SMG, right? It's a synchronization. It's like it goes well with my SMG. Enemies within 15 meters receive debuffs, which means they become weaker. And in effect increases my SMG damage while I'm walking. And that leads them to a faster rate of dying, the enemies, right? Not only that, whenever I kill enemies, since I'm so close, I'm very vulnerable. So when I kill an enemy, all the surrounding enemies are stunned and confused, so I can kill them faster. So while they're down, I kill one, and then when he's down, everyone else still becomes stunned because I just recently killed one, and then kill one, stun again, kill one, stun again, until they're all dead. Which works for an SMG, because I'm moving anyway. That's why I can just chase them down. But I still need to increase my damage. So I went with a memento backpack, wherein every time I pick up a medal, every time a person dies, the kill confirmed, which you keep seeing on the lower left screen here, it increases my damage even more. Then I have the forged build with a forged holster, which increases my shield health. The reason I use a shield is because the striker shield has an aura that increases around damage in 15 to 20 meters, in sync with the hunter's build. So all of these are in sync with my priority of going in close range, right? So all of these are calculated equipments. Oh, you base your build depending on your weapon. No, you base your build depending on everything. So, like for example, if I want a long range build, I would probably get ace assassinate, then get a sniper. Or if I want a tank build, I would probably get the bulwark, then a short range weapon maybe. So we gotta think it out how to use the different combinations, because there's no strongest weapon. There's just the most efficient build for a specific player. That's why I use these. I also use this specific shield, the skill, right? Because I can change it to a drone, a turret, sometimes a chemical launcher, a trap, a decoy, a bomb, but I specifically use the striker shield. I use the pulse to help me find enemies, so it's very complicated. My other character, the girl, uses skill build. It's the opposite of this guy, because when this guy searches out enemies fast, in order for me to maintain my damage, the other one just sits back while two robots kill the enemies for me, and I'm just like, okay, I'm done. Next, go. Okay. Then there are more enemies. I deploy my two robots, and then just leave it here and just text. Oh, they're dead. Okay, so then okay. Now I go. So that's my relaxed character. This is my stress character. This is my main. I'm using the girl to get items for this guy, so that I don't stress too much about getting items. The reason I used him now is because I was into the Resident Evil thing. I really like the character Hunk, and I'm playing Hunk right now. And the season recycled, so I need to do everything again. Stress is main, yes. Because I want my main to be the one to say that it what do you call this? It expresses, it boasts my ability to make a character, whereas the farmer one, the girl, is like, I don't care about what others think about me anymore, so I'm just gonna farm. I'm just gonna wait for items to drop. I'm just gonna get them, and then I'm gonna give them to this guy, to Hunk. Oh. Okay, let's steal a control point. See, I need to get the glowing things that drop, because that increases my damage. That's because of the backpack. So every time you see a kill confirmed that appears on the lower left screen, that means I successfully killed the guy and got the medal to increase my damage. There you go. I'll turn off the lights. So we're going to play in the dark. We're gonna play in the dark. Yeah, I'm sure you got that. I'm sure you got that. Sometimes I repeat myself. I don't know why. I think I'm becoming my mom. Let me see. The most damage I had here reached up to 1,000,000 per hit. Because a lot of them stayed in front of my shield. Then they just died afterwards. The more people are in front of my shield, the more damage I do. Don't we all turn into our moms? No! No, I wanna be myself.
Hostiles detected.
I wanna turn into my mom. And the items here are graded. So there's the set armors, but then there's like common, rare, like elite, there's high end. Then the legendary weapons are the exotic ones. They're labeled exotic, which are the unique items that gives a skill that's not common in other items. So it's kind of like the prize weapon, the prize item. That's your target in playing this game, getting the exotics. Because that's the one that determines your build as well, which exotic you're equipping. If you choose the tank build, you get less damage. Because you're focusing all your stats and pouring it into your defense, you won't be able to pour on your offense as a consequence, right? Because all of this are focused on damage, like SMG damage, critical hit damage, critical hit chance, critical hit damage, yan. Damage, chance, damage. I used to do a tank build. Wait, hold on. Because I focus on the defense, I will definitely deal less damage. Because all of the, for example, the icons there, the small ones, they are red, right? Weapon damage, crit damage, critical hit damage, they're all red. They all contribute to my damage. So, as a consequence, as an effect, obviously, if I turn all of that into blue, which means damaged armor, recovery, armor on kill, regen. The slots for the weapons will be replaced. I will have less damage as a consequence. My alternate character has neither the red nor the blue. It's yellow, which means it depends on my skills now. That's a skill build, which means items like my drone, my turret, my chem launcher, they're the ones that get the bonus, not me, not the person itself. That's why for my girl, the one I'm using, not only does she do like tickle damage, she's also a tickle away from dying. So that my girl character is actually useless on her own. But when I deploy my drone and my turret, they're the ones that kill everyone so fast, and I'm just waiting. Because if I show up, I die. If I fight, I die. She's not actually a glass cannon, she's glass.
Additional hostile contacts.
There's the stun. There's the stun. There you go. Oh, there's more. There's more. Oh yeah. Come on.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Maybe after this control point, we'll call it a day. Maybe I could say goodnight to Stagnant and Deep. Cause it's Monday tomorrow. We all need to do our stuff. Weekend is over. Okay. Maybe I'll go back to the White House, then we'll probably arrange some stuff there, then we can probably call it a night. I know, right back to real life, but that's life. And I'll probably install Patapon by tomorrow. Yeah. We'll play that. Oh yeah, it's a rhythm game. Patapon. Okay. Songs already stuck to my head. What? Like, let's go again. Patapon. Patapon. Why is it? Why is it? Pon. Which one's the walk? The square one, right? Ah, pata. So it's like pata pon. Pata pon. Pon pata pon. Pam pam pam. Pam 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 pam. Pam pam pam. Then you keep singing. If you max it out, if you do the fever, they just keep singing. Oh, we now have the weighted iron sights. I guess we can do that. Okay, they didn't max it out. Oh, that's a lot of magazines. Okay. Grips are good. Okay. The calibration is okay, and we're good. Alright, maybe we'll call it a night here. When you make a mistake, it sounds like they're saying... Really? They just go, oh. Yeah, maybe we'll call it a night. Hunk being Hunk over there. Alright. Alright, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys again soon. Thanks, Lily. Thanks, Tulip, again for the conversation. I'm not sure if Plastic is still here. Plastic, are you here? Maybe not. Maybe he's resting now. Still got a lot of work to do. Says here I have 5 viewers, so I wonder who they are. The other ones. I don't know, maybe some of them are lurking. Yeah, guys, yeah, I suggest you watch some Jack Ryan movies, or TV series from Krasinski. Then, if you want, you can visit my YouTube channel and watch the Fourth Survivor gameplay. It's only 13 minutes, so it won't take you it won't take you long to watch that. And once you watch that, you'll get the reference, the reason why Tofu Survivor is more stressful than Hunk. I'll tell you why it's more stressful. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys again soon. Let's find someone to raid. I'm signing out.